Namaste, my galactic family. This is Angel Asim, Mohrephoh, Pleiadian consciousness here for you. My galactic family, I love you. I adore you. My galactic family, the most important part of the whole scenario, what is happening in the universe, what is happening in parallel realities, what is happening in parallel universes, my galactic family, what is happening here now. Let me tell you something, my galactic family. Please listen to me with your heart. There's a lot of light workers, earth angels, a lot of beings, humans, hybrids, what have you, in parallel realities, in four-dimensional reality, extension of this one. That's why, in a way, you are a little bit confused, my galactic family, about what part of information do I need, what religion I will choose, what belief I have to believe, what I have to do, what I have to read, what I have to listen, what I need to do. All of those questions, my galactic family, all of those questions. But not a lot of you is asking a question, what I briefly mentioned on a different YouTube channel, Pleiadian Mohrephoh. 195 films, my galactic family, on 6 different YouTube channels. Just type Pleiadian Mohrephoh in the number, and you have the big dots. And you will see, my galactic family, you will see the big dots, the big dots. The fundamental question you need to ask yourself, because even question could be a portal, my galactic family, a question, a thought, a word, belief system. Everything is like a permission slip, my galactic family, but it's a doorway as well. You're asking so many different questions, what I need to read, what I need to listen, what I supposed to do, how I supposed to do it, when I supposed to do it. But you're not asking the most important question. And a lot of you light workers not even ask me once that question. Briefly, you mentioned, why is this happening? Why? But you didn't ask the question, my galactic family, why this is happening right now. That's the question. We know, like I mentioned in previous films, Pleiadian Mohrephoh, that every 13 million years, my galactic family, the whole multiverses, the entirely of the multiverses are balancing themselves out between each other. It's like a divine buffer, you know. Every 13 million years, Prime Creator is sending energy, a buffer energy. Everything is aligning, polarizing itself in the most neutral way possible. And that's the key. But the question is, my galactic family, why it's so crucial. We know it's happening every 13 million years. Yeah, I mentioned that before. You ask so many times, my galactic family, why this is happening. But the most important question, the portal for your more understanding, it's like a first step of understanding the real big picture, my galactic family, is not why this is happening. The question is why this is happening right now. And it has to happen right now. It's not like it's happening right now. By now, a lot of you, you know, my galactic family, you know that it's maybe 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you could be in a doubt, You've been doubting the whole time. You've been pulled towards something, but like 15, 20 years ago, you still could be like, I'm not sure. But universe gave you so many things to ponder on and to visualize and to see. There is now doubt in your mind. A big shift is happening, not only now, but it's have to happen now. It's have to. Why is that? We know it's happening now because everything is happening now, but in linear time frame expression of three-dimensional, four-dimensional reality, continuity, my galactic family, is just a projection, your journey to realities, but everything is happening right now. So this could happen, tomorrow or 1 month from now or 1 year from now. No, it's happening now. It's happening now, my galactic family, and it have to happen now. The universe, the all entirely of the multiverses, my galactic family, is pushing the frequency of this consciousness to wake up, And they have to do it. Why is that so important? Because, my galactic family, everything in the universe is happening now, yes, but they are different cycles in the universes, multiverses, what have you. Different cycles are happening in parallel universes, parallel realities, my galactic family. The continuity of this expression, my galactic family, it have to happen now. And universe, the entirely of the universes, my galactic family, is making sure that's going to be smooth sailing. You know why? Because in the universe, timing is everything. They could, galactic family, the universe could let things happen for 1,000 years. It's okay. Free will, yeah. You chose, where you're going. You chose this reincarnation. You chose this dimension. No blame, no shame. This is your experience. Yes. Anything could happen in pararealities. Anything you can imagine is somewhere. It's a true reality. And the same likewise with pararealities. Those beings from different dimensions, higher, lower, what have you, parallel realities, whatever they imagine somewhere is in existence. But through those creations, through those imaginary visions and connectivity with pararealities, we're not only creating, but everything is already in existence. You can't imagine something doesn't exist. Try it. So timing is everything, my galactic family. Timing is everything. For how many thousands of years, anything could happen. How many civilizations we had in this frequency here, 4-dimensional, 3-dimensional hypnosis, 3-dimensional reality, if you will. In pararealities, there are maybe happening things like we have here for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousand years. And they can do whatever they want to do. But it comes time when Prime Creator, God Almighty, is sending a buffer, energy of balance. How that work? Listen to me, my galactic family. Prime Creator created first big angels, huge angels. And he told those angels, go out and create and bring all back to me again. So when the consciousness split of God Almighty in googolplex by googolplex through eternity of different mirrors and reflections of itself, experiences, expansion goes on forever. It never stops. But to keep eternity going eternal for eternity, what do you need, my galactic family? You need a buffer. That's the only way eternity exists, my galactic family. What is a buffer? God had a thought, emotional thought, inspiration, if you will, to create the creations. And in that expansion of his consciousness and existence, his frequency is so powerful that goes out forever. But the continuity of forever frames going outward have to go inward as well. A buffer, my galactic family, a buffer is like God Almighty's meditation. He's going within. And when God Almighty goes within, that's a buffer. But by God going within, it still goes out, because that's a most powerful being in all of the creations, my galactic family, God Almighty, Prime Creator. So first he said, so-called lower frequency, imaginary format, energy to bring to manifestation, to creation. That's the first thought. That was his inspiration, and that inspiration created the multiverses, my galactic family. In that knowing of the creation of new inspiration, God Almighty chose to do meditation, going within. And God's going within is going without. See, do you see what we're getting with this, my galactic family? Every 13 million years, my galactic family, God Almighty, Prime Creator, is doing meditation. God can do anything because that's Prime Creator. So, by putting the energy outward, imagining them entirely of the universes is like the beginning of God Almighty's imagining of all the creation. It goes forever because his imagination is going forever, you see? But in that spin of forever, even from one thought of I'm going to create a multiverse, and that thought goes out forever and never stops. And the imagination of Prime Creator, the inspiration, it multiplies by billions and billions and billions. And by seeing his creation in a spiritual sense, God Almighty, every 13 million years, God Almighty, Prime Creator, is doing so-called meditation. It's something different, but we can't even explain, even in the language for a being from 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional reality. The closest we can. You have to know, my galactic family, that we Pleiadians, through Pleiadian Mohrephoh, through Angela Sim, we give information for those who are super awakened, those who are waking up, and those who are doubting what they believe. So in the vision of those three perspectives, we have to fill the information for everybody so not be more confused than they are now. And we have to speak the simplest tongue possible, my galactic family. Simplest language. So imagine your meditation connects with God spiritually. because God every 13 million years is meditating as well. But his meditation is so powerful that he can only do, for example, every 13 million years because it's so powerful. It's like sun and the moon, protons, neutrons, and Earth, Gaia, electrons. See, there's a polarity here. Polarity here. God Almighty sends such a powerful inspiration to create everything and create three-dimensional reality, my galactic family. Everything you see doesn't exist. Nothing exists, my galactic family. This is all pure energy. You are a ghost. You are a spirit right now, my galactic family. And anything you woke up to, my galactic family, anything you woke up to now, already happened. So why are we going back in time? Know this, my galactic family, that in a sense you can never, ever go back in time to change your trajectory. It's impossible. After those 13 million years, after God Prime Creator is doing a buffer, a meditation, then you can go back in time because the cycle is finished. You see where we're getting with this, my galactic family. For 13 million years, no one, ask Bashar, Cryon, what have you, anybody, ask anybody. You can never go back to your own original self when you were a kid. You can never. It's a protection from God Almighty. It's a wisdom of God Almighty. You can go to parareality. Looks more real than yourself in a true sense, fashion in your past, as you were a child before. Even more closer, you remember that but it's going to be always parareality. But even if it happened, everything is happening now, you ask the question. Even if everything is happening now, why I cannot visit that only timeline, that my true timeline, where is my past? You cannot. Because that's the wisdom of God Almighty. That's why every 13 million years you can do what you want. What do you want to do? It's free will. It's your choice. And the only protection of keeping balance in the universe, that immediately you cannot go visit in the state you are in your consciousness now, in the state of consciousness you are now. You cannot visit your true past. It's always going to be parareality, always. But this is for your protection, because maybe you are not ready to go back. You think you're ready, but maybe 300 years in the future, in parareality, you reincarnate again, and you wanna visit yourself again, and you're like, now you understood why you were not ready back then. Know, my galactic family, that you going through the journey, experience, a test, if you will. And there are layers upon layers upon layers of pararealities. Know this by now, my galactic family. That's why it is designed, because it's not only here. You're in parareality, you're in that parareality, you're in that in parareality, you're in that in parareality. You billion times per second you're going through pararealities, my galactic family. So imagine how big that is. That is huge. Every aspect of God Almighty, every bug, every butterfly, a bird, an animal, plant, trees, palm trees, what have you. Rocks, sand, leaves, anything is a reflection of God Almighty. And because of a meditation of God Almighty, the buffer, it's putting to the most delicate change of any being in any parareality can change or want to change or the whole world or the whole dimension. So God Almighty's meditation prevent you to go back. But now it's happening now, that 13 million years. Because you have to know this, my galactic family. To understand the big picture, let's start from little pictures, my galactic family. All the pararealities, everything, whatever happened, things you need to remember, things you don't remember from your dream state, if you will. You are so important by being you helping to assist all the pararealities. And when we do prostration, then we're doing meditation, repeating names of God Almighty, putting a spin on your Merkaba. And by aligning your meditation with God's meditation, we just got the hint from Galactics when God Almighty, hey, psst, three-dimensional reality, listen to us. Prime Creator's about to do meditation. So what does that mean? He's looking on everything and everyone right now. But from within, do you see why everybody's waking up? Because God went within. And when the solar flash will come, when you're finally going to wake up in fifth dimensional reality, you're either meditating or sleeping in fifth dimensional. You never left heaven, you're always in heaven. Life is just a dream. And the subject of the dream that you think you left heaven, that's only a subject of the dream. This is not real, it's only a dream. So Galactic Family went all over the place. Because imagine how many things is happening in the multiverses. Imagine the worlds, different dimensions. Just imagine the things we can't even imagine yet, but it's there. So even those things you cannot imagine still exist somewhere. Because you create them. Even if they're existing in a blueprint of the spirit of the universes. So Galactic gave us the hint. Because, how many wonderful things happen in the multiverses, and suddenly, we got a hint from archangels. The Prime Creator, every 13 million years, he's doing meditation. So this is where it's happening. So imagine if you are in free will universe. You can choose evil, or you can choose good, you can choose bad, you can choose good. It's your choice. When you were born in reality, when almost 99% of your consciousness is it's completely blocked from your higher self, if you will, and you meditating and you praying and meditating at the same time God Almighty is doing. Do you see how big that is, my Galactic Family? By now prostration, then meditation, being clean, spiritually, mentally, physically. Don't eat pork, no sugar, no Coca-Cola, no Pepsi. That's junk. You know that, my Galactic Family. In those dimensions who are, can we say, blocked from entirely of the universes in a way of the illusionary fashion mode, if you will. We're in the dream, we're imagining this, but look how powerful your imagination is, that you can dream this three-dimensional reality to be the most solid in entirely of the universes. It's the most solid reality, yeah. And you're here. And you think those who are flying UFO, they're in higher dimensions, they're big and they are powerful and they're intelligent. Look how powerful you are, my galactic family. Your soul reincarnated here, signed a contract to co-create three-dimensional reality in such a fashion that you see what's happening in the world. Because there are a lot of pararealities who are, a lot of times connected with Prime Creator. But this is more, the mirrors are reflecting more, positive and negative. And the only trick of the devil, a lot of you brothers and sisters bought into it. The biggest lie and the only one trick he did on everybody. One trick. Because universe is in a balance modality, if you will, my galactic family. He lets you believe the dark is the same powerful as light. By waking up in a dream called life, ABC 1, 2, 3. You learning what I'm doing here. Who am I? You discovering everything from ground zero, if you will, in the most dense reality ever. Yeah. And the devil lied to everybody. The touch of the devil. When you are born, everybody's touched by the devil, by his finger. And the thought he gives to everybody is that he let everybody believe that darkness is have the same power as light. Let me clarify this, my galactic family, as a Archangel Asim, Archangel, my galactic family. If we want to compare the power of the light and the darkness, we have to wait a really, 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 and I mean really long time to give you an answer on this. That's how powerful the light is compared to darkness. We have to wait. You have to wait forever. And you always forever waiting for that answer forever. And you always waiting for that answer forever. That's how many zeros, and that's how powerful the light is compared to one of the devil's frequency. It's like, let me give you a comparison. It's like a devil, a small being compared to multiverses. And multiverses are the light, and that's the evil. This is how much evil. And he lets you believe that the darkness is, because if everybody's hypnotized by what? Everybody's, my galactic family, was hypnotized by things which are polarizing itself, in contradicting themselves. In contradictions. Through contradictions, God Almighty, in contradictions, you have truth and you have a lie. So in a way, in contradictions, if you are awakened enough, you can notice where is good in contradiction. But through different contradictions, devil lied to you. They've been polarizing itself through different contradictions. So it's happening. That's why the universe and the whole galactic family are speeding things up. It's like, wow, the time is up. Prime Creator's about to do meditation. And when Prime Creator will do his meditation, you will know, my galactic family. You will know exactly when God Almighty will start doing his meditation, because that's solar flash. All are connected, all pararealities. I am Renegade member, Family of Light Systems Buster, available for altering systems of consciousness within free will universe on call. I love you, my galactic family. Namaste.